This is an introduction to Kubevious, the most user-friendly and obvious user interface for Kubernetes. In the next few minutes, we will go over its 5 key capabilities and features. Kubevious renders the entire cluster configuration in a very visual way, presenting all configurations centric to applications. You can clearly identify applications and namespaces they belong to, summaries, and raw YAML configs along with related volumes, config maps, services, ingresses, and many more. Kubevious supports deployments, stateful sets, as well as daemon sets and jobs. Individual pods and containers are accessible within the diagram. Environment variables are combined across all sources including pod specs and linked config maps. Kubevious identifies common and annoying configuration errors like misuse of labels, ports and others. The number of errors is propagated up within the hierarchy. In this example, we see an error related to labels on one of the services. It uses name equals book app label, yet the application uses app equals book app label instead. Another error is found on a cluster IP service of book web application. The service references port 3500, but the container is listening to port 4000. There are many other checks available to reduce the risk of downtime caused by conflicting configurations. That is especially important in a multi-team environment. Kubevious provides an instant Google-like search across entire cluster configuration. The search is aware of applications and the hierarchy, so you can search for referenced config maps for example. You can also search for a particular port exposed within the namespace or application. Or, search for a mounted volume. Kubernetes is highly modular. Many configurations are shared across components. That can cause unintended consequences. In this example, we will look at a config map that is shared across 2 containers. Kubevious identifies shared configurations and provides shortcuts to other dependent objects. That allows operators to see the affected radius of any plan change. Setting up resource requests and capacity planning requires significant effort. Kubevious shows resources provided by individual node, as well as overall available for the entire cluster. You can see how much resources are consumed by the namespace, how much capacity does it take from the entire cluster, and which applications are the most significant resource consumers. Kubevious lets you drill down into the application and identify the reason for such high resource usage. It could be too many replicas running, container resources over-reserved, or because of improper values set in limit ranges.